Alright, the first thing we need to do is we need to describe or get letters. Johnny, do you mind turn off the lights, please? The second thing we need to do is create a rule. Turn off the lights, please. Thank you. Thank you. And then we need a specific equation. Now, to get a specific equation, my hint is to substitute. Let's work on this problem number 16 together. The first thing I want to do is figure out my letters. So if I look over here, class, what letter is this one? It's outside. That's your A value. So A is equal to what number? -1. Class, that means it reflects over the x-axis. If the negative was on the inside, like right there to the left of the x, then that would reflect it over the y-axis. Okay? All right, what else do you guys notice? What are the letters? Okay, this inside. What letter's on the inside? C. Okay, here's a hard question. C is what number? Partner A, whisper to partner B. On a count of 3, we're going to say the answer. C is equal to 1, 2, 3. -5. Look here. Remember, the formula has x minus c. Pay attention. The formula has x minus c. And I have a plus sign, so I need to change this to x minus negative. So my c value there is a -5. Okay, question. Which direction is it going? Shifted left 5 units. Remember my silly phrase? Add to x, go west. West is left. So even though it has a +5, and on the coordinate plane going left normally means a negative number, and the reason why is because of the opposite. So that's a silly phrase. Okay, let's create our rule together. Class, the A value affects which coordinate? The y's is correct. So I'm going to write -1 times my y values, or just the opposite of your y values. How about our C affects which one? So this one's going to be x +5. And again, the reason why it's x +5 is because the formula is x minus c. So if you put in a c value of -5, that becomes x +5. So this is my rule. Add 5 to the x coordinates and take the opposite of the y's. Okay, here's the hard part. Specific equation. Write down m of x. All right, put your finger on the 2 p's. Your finger should be here and here. P of x is equal to x to the 3rd. In this equation, every p value is going to be x to the 3rd. There's my first substitution. Okay, here's my second substitution. But every x value, we're not going to just put x, we're going to put what? X +5. So let's put that in. And they tell us that basically they want a specific equation. This is not specific enough for them, so we have to expand it. What do you think expand it means, class? Foil, someone said. How many times do I have to write that? X plus 5, x plus 5, x plus 5. Let me see if I can help you doing the problem by color coding it. I'm going to multiply these two. And then if I multiply all three of them, what does my final shape look like? 3 by 2. Good. Okay, the quizzes that we're going to pass out right now, a lot of students struggled on this part. Okay? To review, this is x plus 5, x plus 5, x plus 5. And the first thing we're going to do up here is we're going to multiply, and then we're going to add. Let's multiply together. X times x is x squared. Here. So now, if I add or combine like terms, my answer is what? X squared. 5x plus 5x is 10x, positive, plus 25. So in green, I multiplied 2 of those. And now to multiply all 3, I'm going to take my answer for the green and multiply it by the blue. So I'm just going to put in now this x plus 5. So now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to multiply and then add. Class x times x squared, x cubed. Over here. 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 Okay. I'm going to highlight in red the common mistake from last year's quizzes and tests. I just multiplied the greens, and I just multiplied the blue, but look here. I now need to take the inverse of the whole answer. So pay attention to each of these. That's why you're doing line by line. You're working down in math. So in parentheses, I'm going to write x cubed. What's the next one? Remember, we're adding 15x squared. Do not change the exponents. 75x plus 125. So now let's go ahead and take the inverse of that. That basically just means we got to distribute that negative sign. Or, so there's 2 ways of thinking about it. You can think about it as multiplying by -1 or just change all the math operations. So my answer is m of x is going to equal negative x cubed, negative 15x squared, and this one is negative 125. Whew. What a problem. So let's summarize what we just did here. I looked at my 2 functions, and I'm describing what's happening with letters and then words. I created a rule based on my A and C in this problem. Specific equation, you're going to do a substitution twice. Put the p of x into your m of x, and then your x value is going to be x plus 5, and then you're going to have to simplify.